And we are live. What's going on, YouTube, social media world? Welcome to another episode of the Oxide Station podcast. We're going to go ahead and hit you with another live reaction video. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Okay, man. What's going on, YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time, I'm gonna be reacting to Dame Dash's Breakfast Club interview. So before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in the chat since we are live. So we got an exclusive interview from Damon Dash and the Breakfast Club. Shout out to y'all, man. And basically, the name of this interview is called Dame Dash Defends His Worth on the Breakfast Club Responds to Broke Claims, False Teeth, and more. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Just Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRose is here as well. We got a special guest in the building.
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Dame Dash, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Dame.
Uh-oh.
What's happening? Good morning.
Well, how you feeling first and foremost?
I feel great. Well, first, I want to say that I really appreciate y'all coming in, pause, having a face-to-face conversation with
To the mic, to the game.
a face-to-face conversation with me. So, like, you know, in the street, when people want to sit down and talk that respect each other, even if they beefing at the table because y'all came to the table, there has to be respect. So I got to respect y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to respect. I want y'all to respect me. And first, I want to give y'all some gifts. Nicolette. Remember the little white lesbian? Little white lesbian, Aaliyah?
Oh my God. Hi, Nicolette.
That's her. That's
How
the little
are
white
you?
lesbian.
That's like her
I
real
will not call
tagline
you
now.
that, but
Yeah, like you.
Why should he white lesbian?
Remember, he said that. That's what
that
he
was
called
that- that's
her,
what
and
hit
then
the
everybody
little-
picked it up.
I said it because that's what she reminds me of, but
Oh, yeah, got you.
that's her right there. Yeah, I got a record with her. She's
she reminds you of a little white lesbian.
No, she is a white lesbian.
Oh,
If Aaliyah was white, she probably would have been like, because she's a little dark too. So I'd be like, you act like a white girl version of Aaliyah, like she'd be a lesbian. And then
You don't think that hurts artists when y'all do that though?
Comparing other people?
Hold on. Okay, so this dude said that this chick reminds him of like a white lesbian version of Aaliyah. What are you on, bro? What are you on? That is so far from the truth. That is so much cap right now.
Stop the cap.
Like, bro, you starting off the interview already with the cap and the disrespect. How you gonna disrespect the people on the show, but then you disrespecting Aaliyah by comparing this random chick to her? That ain't really making sense, bro. But all right, whatever.
It sets the bar and it gets people
Why do
an
you think?
expectation.
Why do you think I compared her? Because of her singing,
Her singing,
of her artistry. I was comparing her because of the person that.
And another thing too, we don't even know who this chick is. So for you to jump out here and make this bold claim and make this bold comparison and say, oh, you know, she's like the white version of Aaliyah because of her singing. We don't even know who this chick is. We haven't heard anything about her. We don't know her name. We haven't heard any of her music. And yet you're jumping out making the claim instead of letting us come to that conclusion. You see what I'm saying? So you already started off in the negative, bro.
There's a lot of things about Aaliyah that I was in love with that y'all don't know at all. This is Black Guns vinyl, which, by the way, we I guess I'll make this announcement that we are now being considered for a Grammy. So make sure.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you. Even though you never. Oh, yeah, I did play it. You've been looking out. I appreciate you.
Look, you was about to say that we didn't.
No,
Yeah,
I
'cause you
wasn't.
text me and said
I remember
you
I
didn't play
did
the
say
music.
also.
I'm like, I don't do
I
the
know.
music
I know
segment.
y'all all got kids or have grandkids or whatever.
Yes.
This is my girl's book that she wrote. This book sold 80,000 books independently, you know, for the family office. And then this is her second book, but we did that independent. And we go around to the schools and we make sure the kids have books. Like 1 out of 16 kids, I mean, don't have books. I mean, rather like every 16 kids.
I gotta respect the
I forgot the
hustle
stat.
on the book.
Yeah.
But
I gotta respect the hustle.
you know, you never seen me doing that on
yeah, I seen you do Let's Go Golden Space.
and going to the schools?
No, I never seen you go to the schools. But I seen you.
Ain't you on my Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, you never saw that. You see the other stuff, but you never see me go to the schools. You never say nothing about that. That's what I'd be wondering. We're gonna talk about that today.
Let's talk about it. You said
let's
you
do
wanted a
this.
verbal fair one.
I do. And again, I appreciate it. So let's do some boundaries, right? Because everyone says I yell. What happens is when people cut me off, I talk louder. So if you cut me off, I'm gonna talk louder. It's not gonna be any disrespect. I just don't like being cut off because I want to be able to complete my point. And I'll do this, give you the same respect. So let's do this. I'd like you to every single thing that you've been saying when I'm not here and question you've had now that I'm here, I'd like you to ask me. You too. Because I saw the stuff y'all said. I posted it. Just because I'm like, when I see them, we'll talk about it. So what were your questions? You were saying something.
My first question was about the Paid in Full.
What about it?
Did you own Paid in Full? Like, how did 50 Cent acquire ownership of Paid in Full?
Let me ask you a question. Let's put this in.
That's not how this works, Dan. No.
I'm sorry.
I asked the question.
You just cut me off. Right? Now I want you to notice every time you do that.
Okay.
And they would say I'm bugging if I yelled, but please let me complete my sentence. And please don't tell me how we do things. That's going to be a trigger. So
all right, hold on, Chad. I gotta fix something real quick. Dealing with a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we're gonna get back to the stream. All right, we're back in it. Sorry about that.
I'm just talking normally. Do you remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be putting out a documentary about Puff on Netflix?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think it's still happening.
Yeah, right. He's capping. So I'm, I talk a different language than most people. I'm a boss. So number one, there is no rights
Here we go.
to be bought.
We go.
So I knew he was trolling. And you got to remember, Cam tried to have my son come on her. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think messing with people's children is all right?
All right, hold on, chat. Just a second. All right, sorry about that, chat. I just had to take a little bit of a needed break.
Can you answer that question?
No,
that's not fair.
No, because you didn't answer the original
I
question.
did answer it. I just told you. He's capping.
So he didn't get the rights to it.
How would that's the thing is, you know what the problem is?
The problem is how
you cut me off again.
Things. I'm asking you a question for you to
cut me off
Dave.
again. See this?
No.
Let's take a commercial break.
Here we go,
You
man.
keep cutting me. You don't think that's problematic that you keep cutting people off and you're interviewing them?
Okay.
You're really trying to tell me how to answer, and you expect me not
No,
to
I
be
just want you
triggered?
to answer.
Are you trying to trigger me?
No, I just want you to answer.
Okay. So then let me. How can I answer? You keep cutting me off.
Okay.
I told you he doesn't have the rights. No one has the rights. Who are you gonna buy the rights from? I wasn't planning on making paid in full about those people. Again, I was making my paid in full. And you don't have to buy the rights. I was actually there. So 50 trolls. And I was saying, and I felt like you were interrupting me, and I'd like you to answer my question now. Do you feel like I've answered yours?
Yes.
Do you think it's all right to bring people's children involved?
No.
Did you know that Cam called my son and tried to give him money?
I heard you say that.
You think that's okay?
I need to know what he gave him. Tried to
I
give him.
don't
It doesn't matter.
True or not.
Okay.
See, the problem I have with a lot of Dame Dash's antics is that he comes in kind of like passive aggressive. And he'll just say a bunch of stuff and not really give context up front. But then the moment somebody questions him about it from the perspective that it doesn't make sense, he gets defensive and he gets triggered. So it's like, how are we supposed to know that anything you're saying is true, but then you come in accusing everybody else of lying? You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really make sense, but I'm going to go ahead and let it play.
Do you think that's
He might have
okay?
been offering him a job. I don't know.
I have heard your answer. Do you think it's okay?
I don't know their relationship. Like y'all from the same place.
I got it.
Like he might look at Cam as uncle. I don't know the relationship.
Duly
If there
noted.
is no relationship,
Duly noted.
Then I get it. I
we're
understand.
different.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like if Charlamagne calls my son and says, "Yo, Logan, here's something."
While
family,
y'all beefing,
I wouldn't have a problem.
you know that sounds like bullshit.
No, it's not.
It does, because and you have emotional intelligence.
Absolutely.
You're up here.
Mhm.
And let me just say one more. Okay, let me finish that.
Yep.
You should know that if someone's beefing with someone, you don't tell their kids, and you don't get with that person's children, and you know better than that. So don't act stupid.
If y'all are beefing, then that's something different. If
Are we not beefing?
Are y'all really beefing? No, would you call it beef? You said it's not beef.
Well,
said that's your brother.
It's not. I'm not going to get violent. It's definitely like him coming against me is almost like Fredo going against Michael Corleone. You understand what I'm saying? Do you watch The Godfather?
Mhm.
What's your favorite movie?
Depends.
Okay.
My favorite mafia movie, Goodfellas.
I just said, okay, mine too. So you know the rules.
right.
My favorite movie of all time is The Godfather.
Mhm.
I studied it. I read the book. It burnt me out. Remember Godfather 2 when he pretended to be weak
Mhm.
Then he took out the 5 families, and then his brother Fredo betrayed him.
Mhm.
See, betrayal is something that happens over and over again. You can never expect not to get betrayed by your brother. That you remember last time I was here, I said you don't mess with. That's why I don't be around men.
Mhm.
So we all know they betrayed Jesus. I said this.
You walked in here with a man.
Can I finish, please? Control me.
Stop cutting him off.
Don't you do the therapy thing?
See, like I said, he comes in saying a bunch of stuff, and then when somebody asks him a question about it, you see how he responds? I don't know, but that's kind of telling me that he might be capping a little bit. But we gonna go ahead and let it play.
Yeah, but
I want you to ask your therapist, do you interrupt people and how problematic that is at this age?
But you said you don't be around men.
Stop cutting him off.
See, there's the emotional intelligence. Now you're going to go in on
Go
my
ahead, Dave.
words. That's
Continue on,
dumb. Come on, man. Let's move forward. Let's move with F1
Continue on,
speed. Don't
Dave.
pretend to be foolish. You know you're talking to a smart man. You made me forget what I was going to say. See?
You're talking
That's
about the
why-
movie about
Godfather.
Correct.
So do you remember he pretended to be weak? His crew was like, yo, why you letting them push and muscle us?
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, he hit the 5 families in one day, waited for his mother to die, asked his little brother to come to the lake house and popped him. I watched that movie. I like the way the Godfather moves. So just keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Next question.
I do have a question.
Well, yeah, because you were saying, why don't you address the things you're asking?
We're gonna get into that.
Please.
First question I have is we know Dame Dash, businessman, entrepreneur, right?
Chairman.
Worth close to 100 million at one time. Right?
Never.
50 million, it says
Never.
online. 30 million?
I never had that much money to look at in my life.
They said that the net worth was about 30 to 50 million.
This thing. You guys believe the internet? You guys are adults that believe what you read and hear in the newspaper, and y'all talk the most shit. So you guys.
See, here we go. What I say earlier. He comes in saying things, and then someone asks him a question about it for clarification or whatever, and then look at how he responds. Stuff like this makes me understand why him and Jay parted ways, and Jay moved on without him. Now, of course, when it comes to that backstory, he might have a different version of it, but I'm just going off of what we all know. But pay attention to how he responds when the interviewers are asking him questions. Just pay attention.
They're talking about things with no research. That's not fair. See, the problem is, and this is actually, I'm going to keep it on you.
So my question,
you're saying that they're asking you questions without doing research and how unfair it is, but then they're asking you so they can hear from you directly, and then you're berating these people.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So my question
You
is,
cut him off too, Dave.
I said sorry.
He did say sorry.
That's called. That's called.
You've been in therapy. You said sorry.
I always say sorry.
He said sorry.
I just don't. You haven't been here.
No, I haven't.
The thing is, he'll be cutting me off, and then I'll get triggered. I watch, and I was like, oh, because he cuts me off. That's what makes me.
So my question, as a
Yeah, ask the
businessman,
question.
entrepreneur, chairman,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Boss.
Yeah.
You go from having a huge value to being in the negative. How does that happen from being a boss? Explain it down. Break that down for people that follow you, they aspire to be you.
I'm gonna tell you.
Please.
So the reason why I filed was because I've had $20 million of taxes. First off, do you know anybody that paid $25 million of taxes in your life? Name
Do I
one
know?
person you know.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So why would I be the first?
Here we go.
Nobody does that. That's what chapter is for. The problem with filing is black people don't file because they don't understand it. And that's why when you guys talk about things, I wish you'd really do your research. ChatGPT does exist. So if you really wanted to know how 50 bought it, ask ChatGPT. How could he have bought it? Who could he have bought it from? Did you hear an announcement in Deadline? Do you even read Deadline?
Yeah.
So then if it wasn't in Deadline,
Been in Deadline several times.
you interrupted me. If you went to if you were in debt, if you read Deadline, if you know about Deadline, why wasn't there an announcement in any trade magazine? If there's not an announcement in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, or whatever trade, WWD, you can't believe it.
Why though? Because most of the time
You didn't
you
answer my
feed
question.
that
Ask a
info to
question.
them.
I wanted to know how he got to a particular way you were in the negative. That was the question.
I'm gonna tell you.
Mhm.
So again, number one, most companies aren't owned like rich people or rich families. They don't put anything in their name. They build
And
their
their personal,
family
correct.
office. So I filed because again, I've had $20 million, 30. of taxes, but they don't bother me because in order to have $30 million means you made a lot.
Mhm.
So in order to pay it back, I can't get a job to pay it back. I got to keep investing until I could pay it back. Nothing could be in my name. They put liens on all my accounts years ago. So that's why when they said there's nothing in your account, I don't have an account. How could I open one? They liened it.
Mhm.
So I've been building my family office. So you have no assets. I have no assets, but my family, that's all I care about.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I filed because that guy, Chris Brown, has been suing me. And I was going to make a bunch of very major family.
People listen, he's not talking about the artist and the singer Chris Brown.
Right.
Because people will think that. But
And I
ahead,
didn't mind you
continue.
interrupting me to do that.
I apologize, but I wanted to clear things up.
I appreciate that. So every time I was launching something with my family office, he sent a letter saying that, I'd owe the money, but it was my family office, but it muddies the waters. So if you have a contract, especially you working here, and somebody sent a bum letter, and as soon as it's a lawyer, it shuts down.
Mhm.
It muddies the waters. And I was about to make some major announcements. You want to hear one?
Sure.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now. And I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway.
again,
You
please.
see, because he wants to trigger me. And I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy
Now, how do you
Revolt.
know this guy, Cam? We can't see this on deadline.
Can you stop yelling? Can you stop interrupting me, please? So Deadline didn't make the announcement for this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT.
Okay, chat. Earlier in the interview, he jumped down Charlemagne's neck for bringing up something about 50 Cent buying the rights to Paid in Full. And Dame Dash got on him and said, oh, well, how can you say that when, it wasn't published in Deadline and no one else talked about it, no one else brought it up, so how do we know it's true? But now, when it comes to something that you allegedly did, we don't know about it because you're saying Deadline didn't publish it and Deadline didn't put it out. So the same way you criticize Charlemagne for saying something that 50 Cent or talking about a move that 50 Cent made and it wasn't published, and you accuse him of lying, well, we could use your same argument against you and say you're lying. Well, Deadline didn't post it, so that was your barometer for the truth. So if Deadline needs to publish 50 Cent's moves in order for it to be true and for us to believe it, then we got to use your logic and say, well, Deadline needs to publish your moves and make it public so we can know that it's true and that it's real. You got to be consistent, bro. So far, your stories ain't adding up, bro.
But Paramount stepped in and they said, do it later. And they didn't want to be a part of this mess. But it will be in something, this gets played tomorrow. So the announcement will be in the trades tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to buy Revolt. And I also just did a 25 episode deal for my podcast for Bosses Take Losses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting all my content on Revolt.
Dope.
Yes. So that I can see how to monetize. I have to put together a certain kind of a plan for acquisition. So in the next 30 days, I'm going to just be a real chairman and play all these movies. And then I'm going to, hopefully I'll stay the chairman, but I got to go make movies.
Somebody would say, how would you buy Revolt?
Why wouldn't you say congratulations?
We did say congratulations.
Here we go. Yet again, DJ Envy brought up a good point, a very good question. How are you going to buy Revolt? If you owe all this money in taxes, like you said earlier, $25 million in taxes, and you said you don't have no assets right now. So if you owe all this money in back taxes and you don't have any assets to your name right now, how are you going to come up with the resources and the money to buy Revolt? You see what I'm saying? Like, you trying to put the cart before the horse right now. And then DJ Envy asks you, okay, well, how you gonna do that? and now you're getting triggered again. See? So it like this interview ain't going the way he's thinking it's supposed to go right now, because you like, I don't know, it just seemed like you capping, bro. It just seemed like it. I don't know for sure, but the way you're presenting the information, it just sounds like a load of baloney, man. And DJ Envy is catching on.
Excited. Dope. Congratulations.
You have to understand
I'm
something.
waiting for it to come out in deadline.
Let me finish.
I'll really be like, yo,
Yo,
I reposted.
Right.
But somebody would say, well,
Now you're going to be Mr. Research, but you asking me why 50 Cent, but you guys got fooled.
No. He used your argument back on you. And now you don't like it.
But if you're here
Wait. Let me finish. Real quick. I'm announcing it the day before it's announced. Remember that.
Right.
So I wasn't going to announce it and then say it here. I wouldn't have the, you know what I mean? So I did it and I timed it where it would come out when this comes out. So tomorrow there'll be an announcement. Also, I'm putting, because I've already made my paid in full. I made that already. It's already trademarked. You don't have to clear the rights because we lived it. You know what I'm saying? So that movie's going to come out. That TV show is I'm going to start with the docuseries. You want to see the trailer? Of course. Because I've already made it. It's done. But just back to what you're saying about money. Do y'all really think anybody, oh shit, I'm a rookie. Do you think anybody actually uses their own money when they acquire something? Do you think that?
Sometimes.
That's ridiculous.
Sometimes people do.
Yo, I feel sorry for you, bro.
No, sometimes people do.
But you taught us that. You said,
No, I didn't.
You said if you
You're
don't put
wrong.
up your own money, if you don't put up your own money, you're not the boss.
And that's why I'm trying to tell you, nobody's a boss.
He did say that. The last interview that he did where he was doing all this boss, I'm a boss this, I'm a boss this. Oh, you ain't a boss because you working for somebody. Oh, my kids, I don't got to work for nobody. He did do all that. He did say that. So now that Charlamagne's holding his feet to the fire and expecting him to stand on that statement he made before, now it's, oh, well, you think we really use our own money all the time? Come on, bro.
I put up my own money. So let me ask you this. I think you guys have to get up. We'll do that again. Let me ask a quick question. If somebody gets a loan for $180 million, are they rich or broke?
No, they're not rich. They're still responsible for that loan. It's a loan.
So you don't think, so if the billionaire that you think every billionaire you know, so if they have a loan for $100 million alone, and I have no debt, who got more money?
What happened? Say it again now.
If someone gives someone a loan for $180 million,
yes,
and I have no debt, who's worth more?
The billionaire. He's still a billionaire,
who has
a loan or not.
You really think so?
A billionaire.
So someone that let's do it again.
Okay. Because you have no debt.
Let me make it a little more simple.
Billionaire.
Hold on. Let me make it a little more simple.
Okay.
Do you consider somebody rich if they have $180 million loan?
Depends on how much money they bring and how much profit they're bringing. If a billionaire has $180 million loan, they're still a billionaire.
Not if they owe. How do you wait? Have you ever been a billionaire? So how would you know? Because
why are you asking people that ain't never been billionaires?
No. I want to know what your perspective was on a loan. Wait. You don't understand the question.
I do understand the question now.
So answer it.
If somebody gave me $180 million loan,
you owe them $180. You got to work it. You know, a lot of people look good spending. Stop.
But that's why it's a loan.
Stop. You are
I'm not broke until I can't pay.
So you never sold drugs, have you?
Yeah, I did.
So when what?
Quarter spoon.
Quarter spoon. What is that? Nobody says quarter spoon. You didn't sell shit. Stop lying. You talking to ex drug? You already said quarter spoon.
I sold quarter spoon. Nice. I didn't say I was a kingpin.
You weren't a king. Nothing. You was a pigpen. Let me ask you a question.
It's not an honorable profession.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying the reason why you don't understand something. The minute I give you a loan, you owe me.
Yes,
exactly.
And the more money I give you, the nicer you have to be to me. You have to do whatever I say, and that's the reason why I decided to use my own money, because they would try to give me money but tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you something in business. Stop talking.
As long as I'm paying the loan back, it's not a problem.
You're triggering me. You're trying to get me out of pocket.
No, but as long as
you do that, I'm going to take a break and go take a joint because I don't want to argue with you. I want to stay respectful.
Okay.
Stop interrupting me.
This guy, man. I'm gonna give you the same respect you give in the room, but go ahead.
Continue on, Dave.
Thank you. You guys don't know about business, so don't talk so confidently about it because people might believe.
I'm asking.
You cut me off again.
We're asking you
questions,
but you're not answering.
Jessica, they cut me off?
Yeah, they cut you
Can you
off.
talk to him and tell him to stop?
Yo, y'all gotta chill in here because
you right.
They're gonna say I'm bugging.
Yeah, I know. Chill out, yo.
Jess, you right.
Just stop cutting me
My
off.
bad, Dave. Go ahead.
You don't know about business and you say things. I said you you can't say things you don't know and sound confident because people listen to you and you get in the algorithm. Do your research before you start spreading things.
What did we say wrong?
What did we say wrong?
You said 50 got the rights. You just said it.
No,
Some
actually,
ass
talking
you
about
if you got the rights.
and you repost, and Dan reposted me. Hold on, you actually reposted me,
Please.
and I asked a question.
Man,
You
cut it
gotta
out,
come back.
man.
You gotta come back.
Stop
You gotta come back.
interrupting me. This is an interview. You keep interrupting
Okay,
me.
I have a question.
Because look,
I didn't finish my thought.
Okay, go ahead.
Finish your
You see what's going on?
Mhm.
Now, if I started yelling, they be saying I'm bugging.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this
finish
is,
your thought,
remember
Dan.
I told you this is how I get triggered. Just let me teach. If you don't know, listen to the teacher. I'm teaching you right now because this is a business you don't know. You've been in this room for 30 years straight.
15.
So you're missing a lot of life.
Not really.
Well, then stop speaking.
You're just wrong.
You have a problem, but you're just wrong. On a respect level, you're wrong.
But go ahead. You're right.
Oh
Teach.
God.
I don't think you really got a lesson plan. Teach.
Oh, that was I like what Charlamagne said right there. He said, I don't think you really have a lesson plan. Now, this is the thing, right? If you really have solid information to give somebody, or if the story that you're telling checks out, then you're not going to be doing all these antics when people ask you a question in regards to the story. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you know if a person is trying to sell you something to make it sound good versus a person that's telling you something that's actually true. You see what I'm saying? So he's getting triggered that they're asking questions because the way he's presenting the information is not making logical sense. I do the same thing. So I can understand where Charlamagne and DJ Envy are coming from, and I don't understand why he's tripping and bugging out. Oh, you keep interrupting me. Bro, just get to it. They're asking you very direct questions, bro, and you keep talking about, oh, well, if you borrow this money, are you rich or are you broke? That ain't what the conversation's about. The conversation is about, okay, how did you get to the point where you're $25 million in a negative and you owe these back taxes? That was the original question. You're talking about, well, if a billionaire takes out $180 million loan, is he rich or what? That's irrelevant. That has nothing to do with you. Stick to the topic and let's get to it.
Every time you interrupt me, because you're so rich, you give me $20. Okay,
No.
Can you do that? Because you got. So let me ask you another question. Do you think it's respectful when someone gives you their boundaries, you just break them and keep laughing?
But you're on their show.
You think that's all right?
But you're on their show.
I'm just asking.
You're on their
Can I
show.
speak? I don't want to
I'm giving. I just need an answer. This is the only time you don't speak.
See, this is the part that stuff like this is what turned a lot of people off from Damon Dash, bro, because you're a guest on their platform. Whether they're employed by somebody else or whether they run their own studio, it's irrelevant. You're still a guest in somebody else's house. You're on somebody else's show. You're on somebody else's program. So I don't know what this guy's deal is, but you can't show up to somebody else's platform and then disrespect them and tell them how their show is going to go. That ain't how that works. Because I guarantee if somebody came into your office and started telling you how you're going to do things and it's your office, it's your business, you're not going to go for it. So then why are you expecting them to let you come in and debo them around when you wouldn't accept it if somebody came into your establishment and did the same? Like this dude's bugging, bro. This dude's bugging, man. Like you making yourself look real bad right now. And we're not even 20 minutes into the interview.
Because when I ask you questions, anyway, you guys shouldn't speak so confidently without doing research. This is what you're saying.
Okay,
I don't know. You're asking me these are things you said.
No.
So I'm telling you right now, the reason why I filed was because I didn't want anybody to keep suing me because he also kept suing me.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can't get sued. And if you look at, did you read the bankruptcy?
Yeah,
I read it.
Did you read at the end when it says who I'm gonna sue? It says who you're gonna sue, and it has a list of people.
Mhm.
Did you read that?
She broke it down.
Right. So they can't sue me, but I can sue them now.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, but what?
My question
You
now.
cut 'em off.
I'd had to because
No,
now we're going to
she
move on
didn't
to
do
another
anything.
subject.
She was fine.
We gonna,
You
okay,
guys
so
are
listen,
disrespectful.
while we're here on the bankruptcy, right?
Mhm.
So from what I learned in my research,
So now that I've said I'm on a pathway to acquisition for chairman, y'all still think I'm broke? I don't get it.
Yeah, you can still be in debt and get a job.
And I just said I had. Okay, here's something else. So I have a deal with Simon
You cut
Schuster.
me off.
I'm sorry.
okay, so on the bankruptcy,
Mhm.
what happens if all of the debt isn't discharged? What do you do then?
It's a Chapter 7.
But so for instance, Weber, the attorney,
Yeah.
he filed something this morning saying that what you claim is fraudulent.
Right.
That you know,
Right.
and
You know why that? You know why that is?
Oh wait, let me finish talking. And he's asking, and he's bringing the point that everything might not be discharged. So I'm at like, what happens in that
It
circumstance?
doesn't happen. He's a stupid. Allegedly, he's not the smartest light in the room. You got to think. They've been suing me all over the country.
Oh, really?
One person, different people all over the country for 10 years. They sued me for over $500 million combined, and they only won $800,000 combined. They've been chasing that for 10 years. You know how much legal and law work that person's been doing, how much plotting he's been doing to collect that money, and he never collected. You know how mad he is right now? Now he doesn't get paid. So, of course, he's going to do that. But again, this is part of business. Just put your seatbelt on and watch how it plays out. But I've never filed before. Nothing. The reason why they think it's fraudulent, this is why I have to tell you this. You see how he's saying it's fraudulent? He'll go into the court and say I'm rich because he's trying to collect money. I've been telling y'all I was broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why. So I don't know what would happen if let's say everything in the judgment.
Okay. So if you've been saying out of your own mouth that you're broke, then you can't say that it's a made up claim or whatever. If you're the one that's saying that you're broke, you just told the play of why you're saying you're broke because these people are trying to come after you for money. Fair enough. I get it. But then you can't play this mental gymnastic game about, oh, well, if I borrow money, am I rich or am I poor? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You still haven't gotten to how you ended up being $25 million in the hole, owing that much money in taxes. I'm still waiting on that. That's what we're all waiting on.
Doesn't go. Nothing's still in my name. There's still nothing to collect. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you know how many times Donald Trump filed?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
So then why
But he's known as a terrible businessman. But no, he's not.
He's the president.
It's irrelevant, though.
No, but he still was known as a terrible businessman, actually a con man.
Do you know how confidently dumb you sound? You're saying it's bad that he went bankrupt 6 times. He's a billionaire and he's the president, and you still not
a terrible businessman and con artist.
Are you known as a good businessman?
I don't know.
Okay? Well, you make a lot of money.
No.
So you've been doing this every day your whole life, and you're not making no money?
Nope.
And
you, Dan?
So, no, you're not like me.
What you mean? You say you don't have?
Do you have a family office?
Of
I bet my house is bigger than yours. I bet all my houses are bigger than you. I bet I have a better.
How old are you,
stop.
man?
Now it's how old are you?
This is embarrassing.
Oh, you're embarrassed. Yeah, because
Come on, Dan.
I got you. I bet I'd like to see your view. Can you show me your view right now? Do you live in front of water?
View my house?
Yeah. A view of what you see when you relax, when you're not here every day. See, when you're let me just finish. Let me just see your view. When you just now said, let's just go back to how ridiculous you are. The president filed for bankruptcy 8 times, still a billionaire. He's saying he's a bad businessman. You're just not that smart.
Okay.
And you have to acknowledge that. And you know why you're not.
Well, okay, though, that point right there that Dame Dash just made, I could agree with him on that. Because just because a person files bankruptcy doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad businessman, because a lot of times people leverage different parts of the tax code for strategic purposes. So that I could agree with him on that.
See in the world. You know what happens when you have to go someplace? You're laughing. You know what happens when you have to go someplace every day at 4 a.m? You can't go nowhere. You got to be here every day. You've been 15 years. You've missed the whole world. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're saying it confidently. And you're in an algorithm where people actually believe you out of response. And why you think they keep you here? They want y'all to make us dumb.
But if you worked here,
I would never work here. I would only
$20 million in debt.
What you talking about? I'm not in debt. Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm not in debt at all now. What are you talking about?
Oh, you paid it all off?
when you have this bankruptcy 7 is like getting hit by the cartel with 100 bricks and they die and you don't owe no more. I want you to ask someone that this is what you should do if you want to do something smart. Get a specialist, a lawyer in bankruptcy, and you ask them these questions. Get a professional up here, and then they'll tell you. Why ask me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when he tells you you're dumb, you'll believe him.
Mouth.
Anyway, the difference between you and I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
Here we go. Dame Dash, you about to lose the debate right now, bro. You're losing right now. Dame Dash is losing the argument right now because when they're pressing you and your story ain't making sense, you're going on the defensive, and now you're going to try to call him gay. Now, I seen clips of this interview where he was saying it, but I didn't understand the context. So now that I'm watching this all the way through and I see the context and everything leading up to it, Dame Dash, you 100% wrong, bro. You 100% wrong for that. You can't get mad and try to call somebody gay because they're asking you questions about your own financial situation. You're there to clear it up. They're asking you questions because your story ain't making sense, bro. So they're asking you questions and you keep deflecting and talking about other people and you bringing up Trump and everything else instead of just getting to how did you get $25 million behind on taxes? That was the original question that DJ Envy asked like 15 minutes ago, and you still haven't answered it yet. So now you about to go to the shame, the insults, the guilt, and the need to be right. Come on, bro. You too old for this, man.
Think you guys are.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here.
Here we go.
You see him?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy, not my OG.
Can you
That's
stop?
funny, though.
Can you stop?
Wendy Williams is your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace, and you should also give her props out of respect.
Oh, I do.
But because we have different trauma, like we're different. Like I'm not the kind of guy that would I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. Let me ask you a question, Dan. You ever ran from a fight? What would happen if y'all heard that I ran from a fight? That's a masculine way of doing things. Now you don't see it that way. You like to
see I see what's happening now. So what's happening now is Dame Dash realizes that he's getting backed into a corner. And so instead of addressing the questions that are being asked, now you want to throw ad hominem attacks and try to call these guys weak and he's a coward, you're gay, blah 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 blah. I ain't never ran from no fight and this and that. Or you was running from a fight. I ain't running from a fight. Okay, but part of being wise is knowing how to pick your battles and weighing out the pros and cons. If you're going up against 4 or 5 people, you're gonna stand there and be like, "Oh, I ain't running from no fight." What if you get killed? Then what? There's nothing for you to learn and grow from. Sometimes you got to weigh out the pros and cons of a situation and say, you know what? Yeah, I don't think this is worth it for me. When you thinking about the long term and what you want your future to look like, you can't fight your way through life every time with everybody. That's a very foolish way to look at things, and that's a very stupid mindset you're displaying right now. But we're gonna keep it pushing.
Play games. Like I'm not quite, because when you say kids, I was like, and it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that.
There it is. See, you calling this man gay for no reason, just because they've repeatedly asked you questions and you refuse to answer them.
Pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why.
But what if?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me.
This is hilarious. I love
you're
what
gay.
he's doing. This is hilarious.
So what I'm saying is, you might, because you started in gossip, which is, you know, is very feminine, and you are acting like, you know, there's some degree of like, you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff. Period.
What's
so
girl stuff?
Talking about people that aren't in the room, that don't have anything to do with them, saying things confidently in front of millions of people and not saying anything. You know, like, you know how many times I've seen people punk you? I would never let anybody talk to me certain way. I'd rather get my ass whipped. That's where we're different.
Sir,
we got different trauma.
Conversation.
So you can't really look through my eyes, because you do things different.
You that much?
No, do I look bothered?
Yeah.
I'm bothered.
Actually,
what I'm bothered about is you're speaking in front of people confidently, and you don't have the experience or the knowledge. And also, I'm afraid that white people think that we act like you. You're not dumb, but like, you know what's bugging me out?
Before, what do you mean act like him? I just want you to.
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm gonna say so. The way you keep interrupting me, the way you keep saying things that aren't true but don't know.
Like what? What did I say that's not true?
Let me say what I'm saying. I was still talking. Okay. So, because when y'all do that, I forget what I'm gonna say, because I be like that.
You're not saying shit.
No, you don't think. Of course, you don't think that. You know, I think you're gay. That's fine. I do. I'm not gonna lie. After the Puff stuff, cause let me say this. This is my assessment. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z. Not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about him.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. You literally just said that Charlamagne's being feminine because he's gossiping and talking about other people's stuff, and that people ain't in the room. But now you bring it up Jay-Z, which has nothing to do with the conversation about how you ended up $25 million in the hole. Why are you getting so bothered and so pressed and so upset when you volunteered to show up? No one put a gun to your head and said, oh yeah, you gonna go on that Breakfast Club and you gonna tell them everything. No one forced you to be there. You showed up as a guest to do an interview. They're asking you questions, nothing like super personal or inappropriate or out of pocket, but they're just asking you questions about the rumors that you came to address. And this is what we're getting. Now all of a sudden he's gay. And you be running from fights and all this other type of stuff. Well, you ain't saying nothing bad about Jay-Z. Is he supposed to? You just came on here and criticized this man for getting his start up under Wendy Williams' wing and doing gossip or whatever. But now you're complaining that he ain't gossiping and saying negative things about somebody else when you just got done saying that gossiping and saying all that stuff is feminine, but now you're criticizing him for not doing the same thing you just criticized him for. That's crazy, bro.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men.
Now you're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know.
Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk? Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest. Is that a airplane shirt right now?
Paper planes, yeah. I wore CEO stuff.
Can I finish? No, I never seen that. Let me finish.
What you mean?
Let me see.
You gave us.
Can I talk? Can I land the plane? Let me land the plane.
I can't wait.
Let me land the plane. So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other. Did you buy that shirt?
Yes.
You went and bought that? They didn't give it to you as much as you say nice things?
You're not supposed to support black business?
I doubt you bought that shirt.
What you mean?
Anyway,
and I buy CEO
so I think you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think you're broke.
Okay. I think
he's kind of gay too.
I think that.
I do have a question.
I think that. And no disrespect to gay, I just think
you're broke.
Like I saw,
and that bothers you so much to get called broke by people.
I got you.
I do have a question.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah,
right?
Raise your hand if you think Dan's broken. Seriously. See, this just me.
But this is the question though.
Can I make my other announcement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, this man is up here getting so bothered and so triggered about something that he claims ain't true. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm gonna take a little break, man. All right, let's go ahead and get back into this.
I have a book.
I was
deal.
talking, or you just cut me
I
off?
was talking. You just. I have a book.
stopped.
I want to make another
All right, go ahead,
announcement.
make an announcement.
I have a book there with Simon Schuster.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I've already, and I, the title of the book, I secured the rights for TV and all that. You know what the name of the book is?
What's the name of it?
Power.
Mm.
And I'm going to be putting a TV show on my own television network, Revolt. That's Power with
Mhm.
no debt. And you're calling me broke because I have no debt. And you're telling me someone that gets $180 million loan is rich. You guys are dumb.
A billionaire is a
Dumb.
billionaire. It doesn't matter.
No, how do you know he's a billionaire? How? Not him, anybody. How could you listen?
You said
wait, time out, stop for a second.
For 180 million.
That you call a billionaire. I said
You said a billionaire.
billionaires don't get loans. They have credit lines. I said
That's what you said.
Listen. I said the people that you think are billionaires. That's what I said.
So why you don't get a credit line?
How do you know my family office doesn't?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm asking a question. That was a
I'm not.
question.
I'm telling you right now. I run my family office. I signed a non-disclosure. I ain't allowed to talk about their business, but I could tell you this: when we do pay, because we just paid, and I hope I don't get in trouble, but we just paid like $600,000 in taxes, but they don't write about that. I had my family office had a lawsuit. Look at it. When the reason why you thought that my shit was getting taken because that was the Dash Group. That was my family office. We paid that. We pay those. I just don't.
That was the asset.
No, asset.
What was
Those
that one?
okay. Let
Which
me
one are
explain
you
the
talking about?
assets. Let me explain the assets in business, and I'm sure none of y'all know this. When you get a copyright, I get copyrights. I get copyrights so that no one can sue me for using the name, but doesn't mean there's any value. So through the years, I've gotten copyrights, and then the business goes. So I haven't put a company in my name since 2017. Only thing that was in my name was Reasonable Doubt, and I couldn't file because then I would have had to take Reasonable Doubt to auction, because when you file, they liquidate all your assets. That was the last thing that was in my name. So once that went, and what was happening was they were reporting on my tax returns that I was getting $100,000 a year from Reasonable Doubt, but I was never getting sent it, and they were asking me to pay taxes on it. That should have been going to the child support. But so that money that was supposed to be going, that was supposed to, so when I'm behind on child support, it always gets paid, or I went to jail. The last time I was behind, it was $1 million. I paid it. That sounds broke to you? If all my children, and I pay their colleges up front, they don't have debt, meaning they don't have to go on. That sounds broke to you?
Okay. My question right now is, if you're really not bothered by Charlemagne calling you broke and the rumors that are floating around saying that you're broke, then why are you trying to piece together all these scenarios and all these storylines and side missions and extra quests in the game to try to prove that you're not broke? Bro, no one cares. Like, people go through things. People have it, people lose it. People are up, people are down. Like, no one cares, bro. It happens to everybody at some point. So why are you so gung ho about proving, oh, I'm not broke, I ain't broke? Dude, no one cares. If you're going through something, it's okay. Everybody goes through things at one point or another. Like like what I'm seeing right now is this dude is so stuck on his ego that he can't just accept something that's the reality. Like, just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Like, you got your ego involved in it, and it's hurting your relationships.
And it hurt. It hurt. Let it go, bro. It's okay.
Let it go, bro. It's okay. Just let it go, bro. It's all right. You got to remember something. No matter how high or low you are in life, you got to remember something. Things always get worse before they get better. Let me say that again. Things always get worse before they get better. And see, a phrase like that is something that I remind myself of to help me get through my ups and downs. When I'm going through setbacks and trials and tribulations and all that, that's something that I tell myself, you know what? I ain't going to stress about it. I'm not going to let myself get too worked up about the situation. I know it's temporary. I know I'm going to make my way through it. And I remember that things always have to be worse before they get better. That's why I'm able to maintain my sanity and not let words and rumors and stuff like that affect me. You see what I'm saying? It takes a certain level of mental discipline and emotional control to not let words and rumors bother you. But apparently this guy's in his 50s and he still don't understand that yet. Shout out to Dame Dash, but come on, bro. This is how you doing? You're not making yourself look good right now, bro.
Every one of my baby mothers has 2 or 3 houses. That sounds broke to you? It's not about me. If you Google her family or certain people I know, I'll Google them. They have no money. I Google the family office, $10 billion. Rich people don't put anything in their name, but you don't know that. You don't know that. And I feel sorry for you because you don't get to see the daylight. You guys, you don't. You missed the whole, you missed.
And you know what? And you know what we still haven't seen? We haven't seen or heard how you got $25 million behind in taxes. Still haven't heard that yet.
It's your whole life.
We don't have anything on our name.
So then
I want to question about the book deal with Simon & Schuster.
Let me finish. Go ahead.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What made you sign a book deal with Simon & Schuster as opposed to publishing independently?
Because number one, some things I use as a lost leader. I gave them the book, but I didn't give them the ancillary thing. So they don't have the TV. They don't have. So I just use that as a lost leader to stimulate the other verticals.
You can't sign a book deal. He probably got an imprint because he would have a boss if he had an imprint.
No, I have an imprint with Simon & Schuster.
Well, my family office got the book deal. You understand now? Smart guy?
I'm asking.
So again, letting people yell at you like that is not masculine. And a woman, do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run and you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me. I don't tell people and I'm not saying that's your way, but you're just not masculine.
Okay. So you're trying to question his masculinity because you're saying that in a hypothetical scenario of 10 guys were there, he'd run instead of staying there and fighting. But you can't explain to the audience the wisdom that comes from one man staying over there and fighting off 10 guys. See, part of being a masculine leader is also practicing wisdom. If I'm out with a lady and we having a good time or whatever, and trouble approaches, I have the responsibility of making a wise decision to ensure our safety, right? So if I'm responsible for making sure that I prioritize our safety, then why would I stand up to 10 people? I don't know if they got a knife on them. I don't know if they got some type of weapon. I don't know. All I know is I see 10 people trying to instigate a fight. Okay, we're going to have to get up out of there. We're going to have to get up out of there. I'm not going to stand there and try to prove how masculine I am and then get jumped by 10 people. Lose the fight. Probably lose the girl too. And the only thing I can hold on to is, well, I lost the fight and I lost my girl, but yeah, at least I was masculine though. At least I was masculine. Like, man, you sound dumb, bro. You sound dumb, bro.
Stupid.
You sound dumb.
Stupid.
I've seen him run. I looked at a whole reel of, there's like a thing that says how many people bark. There's stuff that how many times you talk about other people's genitals. You real masculine men don't do that. You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paw's butt and you went back. That's gay.
Why do you have such a problem with gay?
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No. Yeah, that is why I pause. There's a lot of people like you.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not. And that's not fair because you're running around. Stop. You're representing a black man, and I don't want white people.
Black men can't be gay.
You're representing.
Hold on, answer the question. Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are. You're gay. Anyway. Now let me talk to you. Let me ask you. What would you rather do? Have a repo or a RICO?
Neither, but repo.
But you're getting investigated for a RICO.
Am I?
That's what I'm saying.
You're listening to the internet.
That's why I'm talking to you about it. That's what I'm talking to you about. Wait. How should I know? I never heard of these.
So when we ask the question,
I'm talking to him now. See what you're doing? Girls do that. Let me say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't. And you won't do shit.
See, Dame, this is with the chatty patty. So just
so you
know, I've seen you run. Yes. I've seen you. I'm not saying I will. I'm saying no. Then your version of respectful is different than mine. We were on the street right now and you were talking like that. I would have fucked you up. But I'm not going to do that. Nah, I wouldn't have got beat up. But I wouldn't have got beat up. Let's end this. So let me say one more thing before I leave.
I have so many questions.
All right. Oh, you're right.
How you want to leave? You can't get in your emotions and want to leave, Dang.
No, what I'm saying is when you interrupt me and you say certain things, where I'm from, the masculine man will fuck you up.
Yeah.
But because let me finish. No, I didn't. I said
not gonna happen.
I didn't say that. I said I could, and you wouldn't do anything.
And we gonna fight.
I didn't see that on tape. You ran.
Yeah, because it was 4 guys, but that's cool.
Ask what happened when 30 guys jumped me.
Respect.
I got that ass whipping, but I fucked them niggas up.
I think it's been some head trauma ever since.
Yeah. Hey, yo, pause. Come on. Yo, Jan, give me a second. I want to say something.
Envy, wait, you cut Envy
off.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Envy.
It's no sense, but see,
no. You have questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him.
But he doesn't. But he's not coming from a masculine perspective, so I can't give him the answer.
The problem with Dame. This is the problem with Dame, which
there's no problem, bro. What are you talking about?
This is the problem.
Y'all want to see me struggle so bad. When have y'all seen? Wait a second. Let me ask a question. Let me ask one question.
The problem, Dame, I have with you is you're a businessman and an entrepreneur.
I don't care what your problem.
When people have a question to you, you don't want to ask the question, and exactly what you do to people.
I did answer.
You are a chatty patty. Right?
No, I'm not. Okay, let's do this. Can I talk? Let me answer that. Can I answer that?
No, you can't come speaking. Like we just said, we're gonna set boundaries. I respect you respect me.
This is what Dame wanted. By the way, he wanted to come in here and call this.
He said boundaries. He said some chatty patty stuff that's absolutely not.
So let's address it. Let's unpack it. Let's unpack it. Let's compose. Let's talk about it. Okay. So a lot of the things you say on here are not true. A lot.
Okay.
And I'm saying what I'm seeing in the algorithm is that you're being investigated for RICO, and that there were people around you that are getting charged. Why? Let me ask you a question. Of course, I don't expect you. Bottom line is, I already know you're going to fold if they come for you. You tell them. We already know that.
The SEC, FBI,
show that. Are you crazy?
He walking with the letter.
Sometimes Dame make you. But this is the thing. No, hold on. You have to prove facts because he can't prove facts.
I can't?
No.
Everything I say, I be having on tape.
It's not factual.
What's not factual that I say?
Nothing that you said is factual.
So I'm not the chairman of Revolt?
I don't know. I haven't seen the Dateline yet.
Deadline.
You know what happens when feminine people get nervous and upset? Their voice starts cracking, their lips start shaking.
That's what you be doing when you be on all the dialogue.
Or you stand up and walk away like you're gonna walk out 5 times.
Here's my teeth right here.
You do the same thing.
Right. My teeth got fixed. That's the reason.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I think everybody. How many? No, these are dentures, but I got diamonds. What happened was, like I said, and I don't think. I think everyone goes through things with their teeth. They just don't show it. I like to show myself vulnerable. I want people to learn from it. All of my implants broke. So I had to get them pulled out, break good bone, and they had to put all new bone. So that's going to take 6 months to heal. So they put this on. But, I think it's a denture. I hate it. I mean, but, I got to wear it. And then after that, they will put the implants in with teeth, and then 3 months after that, I'll have the full teeth. What's the big deal?
And that shit is expensive.
And it hurts. I couldn't eat a night. So what's the big deal? Just because I don't mind showing my flaws. See, you guys hide your flaws. You hide your homosexuality. I don't hide. I'm transparent.
You hide your brokenness.
No, I didn't. Wait a second. I will show you. Google me saying I've been saying I'm broke for years. Name one interview.
Why can't I say I'm broke?
Look, there it is. If you've been saying that you're broke for years, then why are you going on all these tangents to try to prove that you're not broke? Oh man, I've been saying I'm broke for years. Hold on, let's bring that back.
I'm transparent.
You hide your brokenness.
No, I didn't. Wait a second. I will show you. Google me saying I've been saying I'm broke for years.
You've been saying you broke for years, but you've been on this whole interview the whole time trying to prove that you not broke. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Now, I could understand if you're going through some legal proceedings and you're saying that for strategic reasons. That's one thing. That I understand. But you can't get mad at them saying, yeah, Dame Dash don't got no money. And you come on and say, yeah, I've been saying I'm broke for years. So if that's the narrative that you put out, why would you expect them to think something different? It's better to hear from the horse's mouth than to be a chatty patty, right? By your logic, being a chatty patty is feminine. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This dude is something else, man.
Name one interview.
Why can't I say I'm broke?
But you should say you're a homosexual. And then the world will know how homosexuals see things.
Can we have a real conversation?
The hypocrisy of Dame Dash, that's what your book
That's your perspective. I don't care what you say, you're feminine. I don't care what a feminine man says about me. Go ahead.
The whole time, can we have a real conversation? Right?
Okay, go ahead. But then you can't tell me I'm lying and I'm not. You can't tell me
I don't think you're lying. I just think you're broke.
All right, cool. I just think you're gay.
That's cool.
I know you're gay.
We're going to throw insults the whole time.
That's not. Why is it? Oh, see, that's gay.
What you said? You said you know I'm gay.
No,
he said.
So let me do this.
Can we do this?
Can we do this? Can we just let her talk without trying to interrupt? Let me have it.
It's a group effort.
Yeah, but it's not. But they're not letting you.
So
we can't throw insults. We got.
Oh, y'all didn't insult me.
It is fun.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all both got the shit face. Go ahead.
most of the time when I call you, it's to clear things, right?
Huh?
Most of the time when I call you, I'm trying to clear things
Yeah,
up, right?
yeah.
So I have a couple things here that I haven't talked to you about.
All right.
The thing with your daughter and the eviction.
She never got evicted.
So why did the son report that? Where does that stem from?
So what happened was, she was out of town or some shit. Well, no. So she was sending the money to someone to send the money, and it wasn't going, and she didn't know she was out of town. So I think they were when she found out, she just paid it. So it got paid. So she never got evicted ever in life, ever. Never. That's another one of those false things that they say. Like somebody might see something, but it doesn't follow through. She never got evicted. What they should have said was she at that age lived in a 3-bedroom house and apartment in Tribeca. Like a rich kid, like a Nepo baby, because her mother has $100 million company, Rachel Roy, which I started, put my $8 million in, and now she owns it. See, what I do is I'll get things going, then I leave, but sometimes they go apart. Like Rockefeller. As soon as I left, it's gone. Like Rockware. As soon as I left, it's gone. Every single thing I started is gone the second I leave it, but no one says anything. Well, what's your next question?
Wait,
Did I answer? Did I answer? Did I answer?
I just want to say,
Did I answer your
I had a
question?
follow up.
hold on real quick though. But
Okay.
you
here we
said
go.
that, but you sound smart to dumb people
You do.
because if the
Y'all sound smart to dumb people.
If the person goes on to launch another company that's more successful than Rockefeller and launches another line,
You mean
which
like?
I'm wearing,
So let me ask you a
that's
question.
more successful than
I've launched lines.
Rockefeller was.
They've never. I launched Rachel Roy, and that was $100 million company, but you never said a word about that.
That's not true.
So then I don't make another Hove. I make another $100 million company. Did I do that or not?
Did you? Yeah.
Okay. So then what are you talking about? I've sold 3 companies. How many you sold?
But you made it seem like after you left that those people went bad.
I didn't say that. I said those companies went bad. You're dumb. I said the companies I started, because that's what you do. You twist things around, and that's what's dangerous about you, and that's gay.
You ever heard Ronald Reagan say, if you're explaining, you're
gay.
losing? You ever heard that saying? If you're explaining, you're losing. You explain a lot.
You asked me a question. So you asked me a question, and then when I explained, so I won't, wait a second. Did that make any sense, or did that sound dumb? We're doing an interview.
But you're always explaining something.
Because I'm doing
It's like
interview.
you're always on camera explaining what's going on.
And
in your
you're
life
always
'cause
on
you're
camera
losing.
talking about other people like a girl.
So are you.
No, I'm not.
We're
Okay,
both
let's
girls.
let's
Let's
unpack
go
that.
Come on, Dan.
No, I'm about to, yo,
What's the next question, Lauren? What's the next question, Lauren?
Yo,
What you mean?
So no.
no.
Let me just say something. Let me address what he said.
Okay.
So if somebody says something about me and I go on a camera and I try to call them and they don't talk to me and I say something about them, is that a chatty patty?
If you don't get a chance,
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. No,
This
you
is
don't
a
know.
show.
You guys are
Yes, it is.
feminine. Y'all
You
don't
can't say who can talk and who can't. This is
I'm
our
asking
show.
her a question. Give her the why can't I ask her a question? So what are you talking about? I'm asking. Okay,
You're responding to what's being said about you.
right. Is that patty patty?
No.
So that's what I do. Every time someone now I want you to pull up one time I talked about someone and their business that wasn't talking about me, even their business. I never ever talk about anybody. These people talk
That's
about
not true.
Nate, show it.
They'll pull
Show
it.
an interview.
They'll tell
Well,
you
what
later.
about-
Please,
when you did this
I'm challenging
That's
you.
not
Wait,
I'm
I'm
bringing up
challenging
an
you to
That's just
talk.
not true.
See, now it's not true.
What about though when
Can-
you did all the stuff when Jay-Z was being sued and accused of rape?
Uh-huh.
You did so many interviews about
The
that.
interviews-
and he wasn't anywhere talking about
let me
you at that
finish.
time.
The interviews were about his lawyer. I said, I know how their lawyers act because I personally went with Shapiro and we went to war about Shapiro. And then people would ask me questions about other things that weren't complimentary. But I always said, I don't think Jay did it. My question was, why were they putting so much heat on him? If you look at my interviews, I never said he did it. I always said, I know Shapiro because they lied a lot. So I know I don't trust nothing Shapiro says based on my personal experience. See, I'm a real businessman. I won in court against Shapiro. I won, but you would never report that. They tried to sue me and they lost. Remember that? They didn't get a dime. Nothing happened. No one says that. I beat Shapiro. I'm a Titan, B. I go to war on a business level. You guys talk, your logic don't make sense. I think that there's a responsibility for any platform to make sure that things people are saying are true and make sure people are learning. So for you to say that you guys are confidently saying things that you don't know are true, you just said that. I don't think that's responsible.
You confidently said I'm gay.
I think you're
So I
gay.
can confidently say
I
you're
said it
broke.
in your face. I don't care if you say I'm broke.
And I say you're broke in your face.
And I
What's
think
the
you're
next
broke. I don't
question,
care. That doesn't hurt my feelings what another girl thinks. I always say, listen.
Another girl.
A man shouldn't. I've never heard of men talking.
Another girl is if you're a girl.
I never saw another man worried
I
about.
don't care what another girl thinks. You said it like you a girl too.
Lauren, next
Well,
question,
so-
Lauren.
No. I was saying something. I don't think it's masculine to be talking about another man's pockets. So y'all talk. You're broke. Real dudes don't say. We don't say that in the street.
You literally said in the early beginning of the interview, I bet you my house is bigger than yours.
Yeah, because I was saying that doesn't matter how much
So
money.
you doing the same thing you telling us we should do.
No, let me tell you. No, not next question. Let me answer it. But you guys keep interrupting me. Let me answer it.
That is chatty patty. But go ahead.
You
That
are
is
very
not.
chatty
How are
patty.
they going to tell you know how dumb you are? You're telling the person that made it up what it means. That's dumb.
How dumb is my house is bigger than yours?
No,
Like, that
I'm telling you
sounds
what I'm trying to
crazy.
tell you what my point was.
Okay.
My teeth are realer than yours.
Right. No, I bet they're not. I bet my teeth cost more than. Okay, let me say. So, what I'm saying is, it's not about how much money you have. It's about how you're living. So this is what I was going to make the point. Let's say when you guys started 15, 20 years ago,
15.
right? You've made $10 million, but your lifestyle is still, you still got to go to work every day. You have the same exact work lifestyle as when you were broke. Now, for me to have to get up at 4 a.m. and never be able to leave because I got to be there for 30 years would be hell for me. That would be me being broke. I get up when I want. I get like I said, how could if all my children and all my family's taken care of, how am I broke? And if you think that way, you're a dumbass. I'm sorry. But let me just tell you something, please.
Mm-hmm.
See, he just gave another example to say that he's not broke. Oh, well, you know, if I did all this, you know, how am I broke? How am I broke? But then earlier in the interview, you're like, oh man, I've been saying I'm broke for years. See how your stories ain't even making sense, bro.
Stop the cap.
Because now I'm doing.
What do you love to do, Dan?
I don't. Why you don't talk to me? I feel like you like trying to game me up. Get out of here. What do you love to do? Nah. I want to give. This is what I love to do. I'm gonna tell you. I love to teach people.
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to do.
I love waking up every morning to do radio.
Good. I didn't ask. I don't care. So what I'm saying is, I want you to understand the lessons that I've learned from my OG.
Okay.
All right. And Nicolette, when you get a chance, can you show them the trailer the Paid in Full already made that they just breezed over like it's not a big deal? But when 50 announces something, is but anyway,
I'm sure you.
The reason why I'm gonna tell you, listen, I got you. Yeah, right. I know, but for me to do the trailer, I'd have to shoot it. It's done. It's all. Come here this.
You did it after he made his announcement.
No, I did a whole. If you guys look at my Instagram, I've been editing for 6 months. Stupid.
I don't believe it.
Because you're dumb. How would you know you're in this coffin every day, Count Dumula?
I want to wear your suit in my coffin.
Jesus Christ.
I think you guys need therapy. Now,
I think you, whatever
I have a
therapist
TV
you
show.
go,
I have a TV show.
Therapist you go
So
to,
I have a
one.
television network with its own technology. I don't understand how I have things, and y'all say that's okay.
There's no other platform that supports you like this platform. It allows you to come in and talk like this platform.
No, I'm gonna say
we support
y'all
you.
Y'all the only ones that no.
Look at your picture. You like your picture up there?
Oh, I didn't know you like that.
See what I'm saying?
Why I ain't got no teeth?
You got teeth.
I'm just playing. Play the trailer. It's already had teeth. And I'll show you the first. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do after this? Now listen. How much you want to bet it's edited? How much you want to bet?
What?
That what I didn't just make it up yesterday. That I shot it and edited. I'll show you an episode. You want to see one?
Well, I hit you up about.
You do? I'll show it to you.
I want to see it, but I asked you when 50 announced what he announced.
I didn't
back in 2021.
Do you understand? Do you understand I was playing coy? This was y'all caught the trap. So this was my plan. I'm gonna tell you the plan.
I'm listening.
Now,
you shouldn't tell people your plans, then.
It's done already, stupid. Listen. So in The Godfather, I said, remember that. He played broke, and then he killed the 5 families. So if you notice, I got up there with a patch like Ace. I wanted to look weak. I wore an extra big shirt so I look fat. You understand what I wanted y'all to bomb on me because I knew all these announcements were coming. Now, anybody else makes an announcement, they're great. But if Dame Dash, it's a little thing. Oh, you're not the chairman. Like, I am. I'm about to buy the shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't play. I've been trying to buy Revolt for 2 years. I tried to buy BET. I just play a different game. See, the game I play, you don't make money every day. You get licks. It takes 10 years to make a company and sell it. You have to have EBITDA. You sold by a multiple. You understand what I'm saying? So again, what I explained to you was the reason why I owe so much money. It's not because I was broke. It's because I had an accountant named Barry Klarberg that I was paying to do my taxes. He didn't pay it, and he told me after. And then after your money's gone, you can't sue him. And it happens a lot.
You know what I noticed? Is that in every single one of his stories, if he ends up getting put behind or falling short, it's always somebody else's fault. That's what I've been noticing with all of his stories. It's always somebody else's fault. Oh, well, I paid him to take care of this, and he just didn't pay it. So if you're spending all this money and putting all these people in position and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, then by your own logic, you're not a smart businessman. Like, why aren't you learning from the mistakes of, you know what, I probably shouldn't have put that person in position because look at the results I got. But then you're still going on this tangent about how you're not broke and how I'm a chairman. You don't know business like me. You don't know nothing about business like me. but yet you're constantly explaining how you coming up short is somebody else's fault. Like, I don't understand what's going on, bro. I don't get it.
Stop the cap.
A white man did that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, like I said, how you gonna say I'm broke because I owe $20 million and you never seen a nigga in your life pay $20 million? Why do y'all accept such high expectation of me? I'm not broke. So I got $5 million in the bank. I'm broke? No. So anyway, my point is,
Stop the cap.
you have to see the lineup. Y'all all caught the bait. So I want you to go home and look at The Godfather 2 and tell me if I didn't just line y'all all up the same way. Think about it. You just took the bait and you feel stupid. That's all that's happening. You went for it. You're a huckleberry.
Stop the
I think
cap.
you're lying. I think you're broke, and I think you always trying to explain yourself.
Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway.
That's what you care.
You're a woman. Why do I care what
care too much
you're
about
a girl
what
with a
other people
mustache.
think,
Get out of here. You're a boy-headed girl.
You care too much about what other people think.
I don't care.
There's nothing about you.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, let's say this. This is
nothing
logic.
about you that says
If I
confidence.
cared about what people think, you think I pull my teeth out in front of everybody? The pictures y'all see with me no teeth, I took those pictures. Right or wrong? That's not confidence to you? You're a girl.
I don't think you.
Now you silly, man.
don't think-
You're teaching the kids wrong, man. That's dumb. Now your logic is dumb, and it comes from a place you have. Wait, let me say. If you've been in the room,
Fell out first.
Yeah, I think you took your teeth out because
that
you
was
just-
my grill.
You like to run your mouth so much. You was like, I gotta say something
but you're
right
a-
now, even with no teeth.
You think I would
I
care?
gotta
You
respond to
think I
Cam
would
right
care what a girl like you thinks?
Yeah, because
You're a girl. Hold on. I'm gonna show you now, so you think you can be quiet, so you can see how stupid he is.
What? Okay, why you
Hold
pull
on.
it
I
up?
always have,
Why you pull that up? Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So I know you talk about the family office.
Right.
There's 600, the 650K in child support of domestic that's listed in the bankruptcy. That's child support, right?
Yeah.
How did you get there with having that amount unpaid? I know you care about family. Like, what's the background on that? Because they make it seem like
I pay a lot of child support. That's like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? That's another. Wait. I'm broke, right? But I've been paying $250,000 a year in child support for the last 25 years.
Stop the cap.
$250 a year. So what happens is, and I'll explain that too, because again, I'm going to sue some people. You know, like, trust me. But I don't see how you. Because if I tell you all my kids went to college for free, they all live in houses, and I pay a $250 a year in child support, so my kid's salary is probably as much as yours. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm broke. Yeah, I'm broke because I give it all to my family. Don't you understand that? I don't want any money. You're selfish if you think that having money in your family is being rich. Rich people have family offices. You don't put things in your name. You have a family office. You're going to go and ask a lawyer if I'm wrong, and one day you'll come. The same way the last time I came and barked on y'all changed your whole life.
No, he did.
You did. I changed your whole life. You put me on the wall. Look, that changed his life.
The internet got you.
How do you know? Y'all don't come outside. There's no windows in here. This shit is crazy. Look at the dog.
We can open
I'm gonna show
There's a curtain. We can
a
lift it.
curtain. Y'all in the behind the stage. A curtain. Y'all in the coffin. I would never. This is uninspiring. This is dirty and all that shit. You're a girl. You clean this shit up.
Look at your sneakers. Your sneakers are dirty.
My sneakers are
Your
not.
sneakers filthy.
that
That ain't like you, Dane.
I just took it. See how you lying?
They wrinkled.
I just put this on today.
I'm just fucking with you.
You know,
you
you
care
said-
too much about money and material things,
What are you
man.
talking about?
You do.
You're contradicting
Your
yourself.
whole existence is money and material things. That's why now that you
Your
don't have
whole
it,
existence
you're
is
trying
gay.
to prove to everybody that you do.
Your whole existence is gay.
Yours is
You've been,
broken.
it sounds like you've been paid to do what you're doing. You should be objective
You
on
need
the
to get
radio.
paid to do something. Then you wouldn't be in debt. Debt Dash. That's his new name. You should start a new label called Debt Jam. That's what you should do.
Now the fake laugh. Nobody's checking for that. Only guys. Look, nobody's laughing. Now you got the shit face. He's trying to make himself laugh. Look, now you look stupid. Look at him. You gonna cry. Look at him. I think you gonna cry. The fake laugh. Man, you gonna stop. You gonna keep laughing at nothing. Yo, why you squinting? You look stupid. You squinting Tarantino right now.
Hurt. Now
Yeah, I'm hurt.
That dash
Anyway,
hurt him. That dash
Now
hurt him.
I'm just
Oh, that
laughing
hurt
because you
him.
have this shit face.
That hurt
Yeah,
him.
you say so.
Jess
Nothing
had a
hurt.
question. Go ahead, Jess.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Why does Claudia Jordan owe you? Like, how,
She
what
doesn't
happened?
owe me. What she did was, I'll say allegedly, so I don't get sued. I shot the movie. I have a bunch of footage of her in the movie. Her saying I'm the best director. She came to my house 100 times. to edit all this stuff. And when we did the lawsuit, she testified that I didn't direct it. But what happened was Chris Brown also represented this other girl named E.W. Brooks in another case. That one they won. And then right after that, Claudia was in her movie. So it's like it doesn't.
Gotcha.
So, and she was saying that, because the thing was, because you know Claudia Jordan, right? She talks sexual and all that. I don't want to, and the movie was about a wife that was fucking everybody. And I didn't want to have to direct and talk to her a certain way. And the first scene, I was boning, right? I can show you the scene, it's graphic, right? But it's a graphic, it's meant to be that way. So usually as a director, you might spend some time with her. I didn't want to, so I gave her a porno and said, go look in the car, blah, blah, blah. And, when you're ready, let me know. So she was saying that she found that to be sexual harassment or something like that. Or she just felt like it was inappropriate. And I was like, yo, I didn't want to talk sex. That's why I gave it to you and said, go over there. So to me, allegedly, she perjured herself for benefit. So,
really?
And she's going to try to, and she posted something up, but then I know they told her to put it down. But, there's things that I have to look at of people that have been treating me unfairly and stupid people have been saying things that aren't true. And it goes into an algorithm and people start to believe it. So if you say something and it's not true, but you don't say nothing now, it'll go in an algorithm. And then if you accusing me of hiding money and I don't protect myself, then now I got the feds calling. So I have to correct when people say these false narratives, I have to say something because you're not in big business. You've been working. You've been working for somebody your whole life. I never worked for nobody.
Is that the movie
I'm
Frank?
free.
Let me ask you this. But that's so interesting because you're up here spreading false narratives.
What's the false narrative?
You said enemies.
I said I heard. I said, are you? I said, are you?
It's fake. No.
Yeah, okay. So I asked you, how much I pay if I didn't say nothing until I got in front of you to ask you?
No, you said I was, and then I
You
said
didn't
I
say
wasn't.
you was.
Maybe it was a mischoice of word. I meant to say I heard. I should know because I'm not the fucking feds. You guys probably know because y'all probably talk to them. I think y'all ask questions. I just think y'all hot. I just think y'all work with the police. I think y'all. I don't see why they would make for me. Evolution is key. Every day I got to do something different. So y'all do the same thing every day.
I don't think you evolving, Dame. You've been sounding the same for 15 years.
So
now.
you're never going to talk about the fact I go into schools with the OSG. You had the mayor up here, Eddie Milton. Did y'all talk about the fact that when he was the senator, he flew to my ranch? We made a plan and we helped get him elected. Did he talk about how we passed laws?
Not the cap.
That's not evolving. You know why I don't have no money, Charlamagne? Because I've been going into schools teaching kids how to dream and how to have cognitive skills.
That's dope.
This book brings the kids' cognitive skills up, but y'all don't talk about that. I know, and you're on my Instagram. Y'all know I ran up in the jail, a kid's jail, with Principal McGrone, with Black Panthers, senators. I got locked in the jail, but I changed things.
Wow.
I'll show you they saw it, but no one writes about it. So to say I haven't evolved and you have, but you've been sitting in the same room for 30 years, but I'm running around houses all over the world, starting companies, selling them. That's ridiculous.
Stop the cap.
It's just you talking confident about stupid shit for your
So
job.
are you though. You are.
I just said wait, it's stupid to say that I went to a school.
You're talking very confident
I'm not
about
talking
us.
to you no more, man.
You're talking very confident about us.
I just hate what you're doing to the world. You're stupiding up the world.
That's how I feel about
You're
you.
a cancer for Black people because you're teaching them the wrong values.
I don't feel like you're a cancer for Black people.
I don't care what
but
you
I do
feel.
think
You
you sound smart to dumb people.
Yeah, I know. Now, and you're saying my things back to me, and I'm done.
Because everything you say is like you looking in the mirror. All you do is project. Has your therapist ever taught you that?
I have a therapy show on my network, American New, called Healing is Gangster. Check it out. I want to tell you what I've learned from my OG. Okay, can you come up here, please? My OG, please. My OG, and I want y'all to know. I'm sure you're on this. His wife just died.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
I'm so
condolences,
sorry about
brother.
that.
All right.
Damn, man.
And I want to say this, right? Please sit down, because I learn so much from you every day. This is my OG, and I think you should ask him and talk to him. This man, when his wife was sick, he did not leave her hospital for 4 weeks. I would call him every day, correct? He never left her till she passed.
Okay. If this is your so-called OG, sir, why are you up here ordering this man around and bossing him around? Oh, come on up here, sit down, man. Come up here and tell him the story, man. Come tell him the story. His wife died. Let the man speak. If he's your OG, then you should know to shut up and listen. Let your OG talk. If that's really your OG like you claim, shut up and let the OG talk. You sit down and be quiet and let the OG talk. That's how it goes.
I'm never, and that was what I call manning up. You know what I'm saying? Then when she passed, he had the illest wedding. Then I'm talking about fireworks, doves. The whole Harlem was out there. Strong. He looked like the mob boss. I wanted to be him right there, even when he was in pain. He's still. Now I'm Dame Dash. I do give people props that deserve it. This is my OG. I give him the respect he deserves because he still teaches me. And then what he did, he threw heaven up in Harlem. Thousands of people came through. The mayor came through. That's
I saw that.
But you didn't say nothing about it. That's the problem, girl.
You just did all of that, giving this man all
ask him some questions
like that.
Don't tell me what to do. Go ahead.
How is your mental health? How are you?
How you doing? How you doing, OG?
Yo, shut the fuck up from back there.
Hey, how you doing,
You ain't
OG?
in the interview no more.
That's crazy.
What you mean?
Same fight, different round, bro.
I want that.
It's one day at a time.
For people that don't know, how do you inspire the
This
people to
man
come?
trying to talk about his
talking
life,
to
man.
OG,
You
man.
disrespectful.
For people that
You
don't know,
disrespectful.
especially with Dame, how do you teach the people that come up under you the right morals to make sure they make it and not end up in jail?
Just, right is right. Wrong is wrong. Everybody got that in them. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Just follow your heart. Do what's right. You go murder somebody or you hurt somebody, you harm somebody today. When you go home at night, you might say, yeah, I put that work in. Then you probably think too, like, damn, I really hurt that boy. You know what I mean? I caused him pain. The rule of life to me is treat people how you want to be treated. You don't want to have holes put in you. You don't want to be injured, leaking on the ground. Why would you do that to somebody else?
OG, question, you from Harlem, I'm from Queens. A lot of times people don't see eye to eye, right? Same color skin, came from the same area. And it almost seems like a crab in the barrel syndrome.
Yeah.
How do you tell these young people to stop that? Even with Dame and some of the people that he beefs with or goes back and forth with.
That was a girl.
How do you have those conversations and say we better as collabs versus competition?
Right.
It's hard, bro. It's hard right now. Like, for example, like he said at the cookout, I do the cookout every year.
Of course.
So I said, when my wife was alive, we talked and it was like, yo, we got a big crowd, a lot of people come. Let's do something positive with it, right? So we talked one night and we said, you know what? Let's just try to bring all our sons together. Let's introduce our sons to each other.
That's powerful.
So they don't be out here beefing and fighting because they don't know each other.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Not knowing the relationship that their fathers be having.
that makes sense.
That's supposed to bring them some unity amongst each other.
Mm.
So, I just say that to say, like, this year, I do it for the last 5 years. I've been doing that part. And this year, I got really emotional because, like you said, I'm telling brothers, let's come together. Let's stand together for a minute. Like all this bubblegum shit y'all up here doing right now, going back and forth, that's cool. It's entertainment. There come a time when we all really need to come together and stand tall, as black men, as a black unit. We haven't done this shit, bro. So at the cookout, that it gets me excited because I'm like, okay, let's come together.
Put their differences to the side.
Right. Like half of the group will come together and the other half of the group is still walking around doing, shit that don't really make.
Let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
This is what he does. I call him tough love. So when he's there, he's talking like he's saying some bad shit, but he'll be like, if you motherfuckers, you ain't going to give each other a hug, then get the fuck out of here. Hug him right now.
No.
Y'all better hug right now.
He'd be exaggerating.
No, I don't. I'll show it to you.
He'd be exaggerating, but I do get a little.
So your own OG is calling you out for capping. See, look, everybody's been calling this man out for capping, and now even your own OG is like, nah, it ain't really like that. You kind of over-exaggerating it. See, man? Yeah, see? You got to pay attention to man and read between the lines and call it like you see it.
Tight because, it hurts me to see that we can't come together for shit, bro.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm talking about You bringing your son, I'm bringing my son. We talking about our sons. We can't do this shit for our sons, bro. Like, we can't take a minute to just honor up and just be a man and let's show unity to our sons. For an example, in a lifetime, we don't really do this type of shit since the Million Man March. So I'm from Harlem, like you from Queens. We come from that shit. We know how ugly it is. Like you said, the shit is ugly, bro. As a man, like I'm a grown man now. And I was young, I did all that shit. But as a grown man right now, I got a purpose. It's something in life that I need to do. If not for nobody else, it's for my sons, my kids, you know? And just to show them some type of unity that we could do this shit. Let's bring this shit together. Like, we ain't got to wait for nobody else to come along. We here now. What we going to wait for? The next Malcolm X? Next Malcolm? Nah, we here now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, condolences on your strength, brother.
No. What he did there
right now,
ask him. I was like, damn, you know, when Aaliyah died, I could have done it better. He taught me how to deal with that situation. Do you mind if I tell him a little about the Larry situation? So
Chatty Patty ain't gonna he gonna do it anyway. So
you see, when I said, "Do you mind?" If he would have said no, I would have given him utmost respect. But you don't have Wendy Williams would have told you to do it.
You are Wendy Williams,
right? So, can I just say something?
Good.
So, Larry is the guy that actually called my son for Cam, and I had mentioned him, and I was like, because I knew Larry before. And, he did some things. Actually, that's a longer story, but he did some things I didn't like, so I wasn't messing with him no more. I thought I actually found him not to be intelligent. So, and he was the reason why I got a couple of these lawsuits. So, Daniel was like, I like him. I'm fucking with him, man. All right, if you're not fucking with him, I'm not fucking with him. Cam didn't do that. He's his best friend now. But Larry called them. And Larry's wife is going through a similar situation. So I guess he was trying to trauma bond with him. And my OG goes, where you at right now? And he goes, I'm in my bed, sleep. Your wife is, I'm going to let him take it from there if you want to tell us.
I mean, he didn't say he was in his bed sleep, but I asked him where he at because I could relate to his wife being in the hospital. He told me some things and it just triggered some shit in my situation, watching my wife go through all these different situations. And I just said to him, how could you be anywhere but by her side right now? If she dying, bro, she had her last days. Like for me, when the doctors told me I might have weeks to days or months to weeks, I needed all that.
Absolutely.
I needed every second, every minute left. You know what I mean? To be with my wife, bro. Like nothing else is more important than time.
Right.
If we had $1 billion, you give up that $1 billion for some more time.
Yeah, for real. You ain't lying.
So I needed to be with her, and I needed to let her know I'm right by your side. When you dying, if you ever come to that point, you dying, it's one thing you probably need more than anything. Just somebody right there next to you, especially, hold on, Dame, especially if it's your wife, if it's your girl. You want somebody to be next to you.
That's right.
Even as a man, I don't think I would want nothing else, probably my wife or some, just right next to me, knowing that you next to me would help, some comfort.
He told Larry, if you don't get back there over there, I'm fucking you up. He said, next time I see you, I'm fucking you up. That's what he said.
You just cut him off.
No, it's cool. But
because I wanted to understand that that's where the toughness comes in.
As an OG,
if somebody, he said, yo, I don't want to hear nothing. He don't want to hear nothing about the Karen. He said, your wife is that. You don't cook me about that. I will beat you up if you don't go. If you're not by your wife's side every day. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, I came at him like that as a friend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even though he going through what he going through with him. And I told Dame too. Dame, his wife going through some shit right now. It's time for us to on up. Fuck all that. That shit ain't important. This life and death situation is more important.
Yeah.
So what the dude got to understand is love is powerful, man. You know what I mean? You got a wife, right?
Yeah.
You know how much she mean to you?
31 years.
I had 37. So when you got a wife, like I tell dudes, when you go to jail, you in trouble, you in the hospital, who's there with you?
Wife.
Who you call?
Your wife.
Like, I ain't got nobody to call right now. I had to think about this shit the other day. Something was to happen. Like before, it was like, yo, I call wifey, she knew just what to do.
Immediately, absolutely.
I don't have nobody. I gotta get a new number, memorize a number automatically. So at the end of the day, you know, his man was going through it with his wife, and I just told him, bro, out of respect, if I find out you not by her side, I'm fucking you up. Like, that's some sucker shit. You a bitch ass nigga if you don't be by her side. I got mad. I get upset. I'm emotional. You know what I mean? My emotions come out sometimes. Right. And it is what it is. I am who I am. And that's how I just roll on that purpose alone. But, you know, I told him, and he was like, you know what, OG, you're right. Because you can't sit around talking about, yo, I had to come home for a minute, or you sitting in your bed eating TV dinners and shit like that. Your fucking wife is in the hospital dying.
Yeah.
You know what that shit must feel like? You know you ain't gonna make it, shit like that. So, yeah, that's what happened with homie. And I hope I got through to him, and he spending time with her. He probably should be right next to her right now. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have like an organization or something? Or
what you mean?
Like a foundation?
Oh, the Heaven Up in Harlem. Yeah, it's a non-profit thing I just started, but you know, I just want to.
For 20 years, 5,000 people short. So what I'm saying is, for a man to tell another man what to do, he got to be able to beat you up. Because I'm telling you, you need a masculine man to teach black children.
Yeah.
And we need you on the radio, OG. And I think y'all should get him up here once or twice a week, because he would teach toughly. We need to be taught in a certain voice.
Because you let
like
OG
this.
in the conversation.
That's not a voice.
Nobody want to hear that bullshit you talking after hearing OG talk. That fake, dumb,
so that's
silly
why,
shit you
what did I
be
just
on,
said? I just said bring him up here. I said bring him. Let me finish this.
Just, you know, at the end of the day, I appreciate y'all having me up here.
Thank you, OG.
You know what I mean? Voicing that. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my wife. You know, it's been like 5 months now, and I still can't breathe. You know what I mean? But I'm here. You see me, you would never be able to tell, because it's what's inside. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to shout out my man, Larry. Wish him all the best, and I hope he's by his wife's side. And anybody that's going through that type of shit, just honor up and be a man and respect love. Because love is what we all need. That's the only thing that's going to be by us when we fucked up and we down and out. Y'all should all know, if you got a girl, you got, you know what I mean, a situation, relationship, you know, that's what it's about. That's who you care about. My mother passed. She became my mother. You know, at the funeral, I told a story how I had a fight, right? And I broke my hands. I go to the hospital, broke my knuckles and shit. They cast me up. So long story short, I go home.
What that nigga do?
Right? Nah, it didn't even matter. You know, I just put in the work and I broke my fingers, my hands, right? But busted. So this how deep it was with me and my wife. I goes home and I realized I had to take a shit. I couldn't wipe my ass. Do you know my wife wiped my ass, bro?
Wow.
My wife had to wipe me, bro.
Yeah.
So you know how deep that is? Who else could you trust? You don't want your brother. You can't ask your homies or nobody do no shit like that.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
And I wore the cast for like 4-5 months. Every time I had to go to the bathroom, get up. Like that shit was crazy, but that's how to love. That's how deep that shit is. When you have somebody like that in your life, that shit is priceless. It's like, you know, it means everything. You know, so just have to respect the power of your wife, your girl, man. Understand where you come from. You come from a woman. We should respect our women a little more. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And
Thank you, man.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for that conversation, bro.
I appreciate y'all having me and listening.
We don't want to hear from you, bro. That's you done. Let OG in. OG ended it with some positive, real shit. Not that silly shit you be
talking. If you ever have anything that you're doing with your foundation and you need us there, you need to come up here. You're always invited. You know what I mean? For real. Dame know he always invited.
Dame, you always invited too.
But anytime Dame, you need to come up here. We never say no to Dame. And I'm sure many outlets have. We all go back and forth with Dame, but we really, I don't know about Charlamagne, but we really respect Dame. We respect the work that he put in, and we appreciate you. We're going to go back and forth. We ain't got to agree.
If I didn't respect him, I wouldn't have him up here.
Yeah.
I already know.
I respect.
He told me stories about how you and him linked up off the set.
I don't know that nigga.
Say like
Off
that.
the set.
Pause.
I saw him someplace else, you know, at the TV show I was doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but he told me y'all had good conversations and shit like that. Y'all brothers, y'all build. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want everybody to think this shit is all playing fun. You know, radio is radio, but real life is real life.
Yeah.
And I salute y'all. Y'all doing a good job. Keep teaching the people. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Cam.
Like Dame said, you know, y'all play a big part. Y'all listen. A lot of people listen to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
So keep giving them that knowledge.
Absolutely.
'Cause y'all
Thank
be
you,
dropping knowledge. You know what I mean? I'll be listening too.
Thank
you, OG.
You heard?
All right, it's time to get it back. Damn, you got any last words?
No, OG ended it, man.
I wanted to say thank you. I appreciate it. It was therapeutic.
Yeah.
I mean, again, a lot of people won't have that conversation with me.
Yeah.
You know, very few. I've actually through this situation with Cam, have learned to have a lot of respect for Memphis Bleak because of his loyalty. And every time I see him, he talks to me. And when we were beefing and all that, or going back and forth, Nori called. Oh no, Big Face Barry called Nori, but Nori called Bleak for backup. But we talked like brothers. Mm-hmm. And you can't say nothing bad about Bleak's big homie. He might not be the brightest light in the room, but you ain't gonna say nothing about his OG. And actually, that
was a girl he shot the Bleak, by the way.
I just said that.
You said he's not the brightest. Serious. Why would you say he's not the brightest?
But you just interrupted me.
Why would you do that to people?
Can you let him close his clothes
OG just told us we should need.
Yo, thank you, man. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this thing now. So this last thing I'm gonna say.
This guy.
If you want to see
what you preach,
if you want to see the trailer,
you're gonna dress like a shady pastor and act like one. Practice what you preach.
This is a bespoke suit that I made, DD.
I like it, Dan.
Okay, and nice. I made it. This is, I made
it. Looks like you made it.
I know. And you look like you that your boyfriend. It looks like your boyfriend made that. Your boyfriend made that. That's what happened. Your crush made it.
All right.
Anyway, look. This is what I'm saying. Tomorrow, I'm dropping a diss record for 50.
Oh, you for real? Cut it the fuck out. Yo, OG, come on.
Can I finish? A diss record for 50 and Cam by Nicolette. Y'all can hear. I'm gonna play it for you before we leave.
Hey, yo.
So you could go to America New and listen to it. You'll see the trailer for Paid in Full, My Paid in Full. It's called My Paid in Full. I don't have to buy rights for anything because I was there. I really hustled with this guy. Cam, I heard him say something like he's the great.
Didn't you say this record was corny? You said that. I watched your shit. You said beef is corny, but you got Nicolette doing diss records, Dame.
I always said rap battle is great. What are you talking about?
Practice what you preach for just once.
Yo, you're dumb.
Can we play the record?
Yes, please.
Which one?
Yeah, play it. Play the record.
You said it's a diss record?
Yeah, it's a diss record.
Then let the people
but it's not mixed though. So, but you're gonna see it's just a verse. And then I'm gonna show you an episode. You wanna see it?
Sure.
Okay, because he said I was lying. Before we leave, I want you to see that episode because you said I was lying. And you're gonna have to apologize to me after I show you this, okay?
No, you're a liar.
Then you're a girl.
You're a broke
liar. Hold on a second.
Anyway,
you got
should I
it?
just play this from the phone?
Oh,
no.
Because people are here on
They're
air.
gonna play it on the radio when we
Wait,
air the actual interview.
Give me.
Can you send it to Lauren? Can you give Lauren email? Send it to Lauren.
So while I'm gonna show you how the first, I can show you, and I might, if you really don't believe me, I'll show you 5 episodes, but a piece of each. But I have 5 edited. You know what I'm saying? So I can show you right now. You'll see.
So Dame Dash, ladies and gentlemen.
Dame, we appreciate
big shout out. Look for My Paid in Full, the real story from people that actually did it in Harlem, and it will be on Revolt. And if things go the way I want, I should be closing, or I should be able to have this pathway to acquire. But until then, you'll see all my content. Next week, you'll see Bosses Take Losses on Revolt. So now I'm hustling on his block. I'm now Cam's boss.
You gonna keep Cam show?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fire him. He's a good kid, but I'm not gonna. The kid, it was cute.
Promotional thing. I thought him taking over was a promotional thing.
That's him. He was a CEO.
But you're doing a real acquisition. You think?
Yes.
It's
not a real acquisition. There's a road to acquisition.
Okay.
So I'm going to see I'm putting all my content on there, a lot of it, and we're going to see how it runs and see what it does. I want everybody to watch it. But every week you'll be able to see Bosses Take Losses starting next week on Revolt, and then. But if I don't get to buy it, then I won't put Paid in Full on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's done already. I got to put it. So I start with this. It's coming in trenches. It's a docuseries first, so you know the characters. Then it's the scripted. Same thing with Power, the book, the docuseries TV show. So watch my new show, Power, that I actually do own. Not capping. I didn't write it yet. I mean, Michelle is writing it now, and she's also writing the script. The deals are done, and and there'll be more. So.
Shout out to Dusko.
So it takes. Thank you, Dusko. Thank you.
Love that.
Dusko goes to space, brings your cognitive skills up. Dusko goes to sea. I never again. The Black Guns. This is being distributed by Sony, but I didn't make that announcement. But it is distributed by Sony because some of my part. I couldn't have this guy keep sending letters. So I filed so he could stop murking the waters. But I want to show you. Can you pull up? I'll do it. Who did I send this? And also we're considered. We're being considered for a Grammy.
Yep.
So any Grammy voters, please vote. We're being considered for alternative. What is it? Alternative music. Best alternative album. See, I don't like
the Freeway.
Right. Thank you, Freeway. I love Freeway. He's another one that's going into schools and doing all these things. And if any Grammy voters for alternative music, please vote for the Black Guns. I just wanted to do it as an artist, but I wanted to be artist. Let me be an artist.
Now, your power has nothing to do with 50's power. It's
not 50's power. He don't own that. He works for those people. He doesn't own that. Go do I want you to do me a favor. If you like, I'll teach you. I will. If you want to know about certain things, call me.
I'm not calling. There's nothing.
I don't because you might take it the wrong way. I'm like,
I do not want to learn the Dame Dash way of doing it.
Like I'm smitten like a kid.
I don't want to learn nothing from that Dash.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the record. Introduce your artist. Let's introduce
Let Nick do it. Come on,
Come on, Nicky Licky.
Get the IG story. Get the Can we do IGs here?
No. All right.
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
But you see how I respect it?
Yeah, come on, Nicolette. Introduce the record before we get it back.
Hey, you guys. I'm Nikki Licky, and this is Checkmate, a diss track to 50 Cent and Cameron.
It's the Breakfast Club, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dame Dash.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up.
All right. Okay, man. Shout out to Dame Dash and his entourage and the Breakfast Club for putting on a fire interview, man. All right. Okay. So first impressions of me watching this, this was a crazy and explosive interview. There was a whole lot of capping going on, a whole lot of emotional back and forth. But for Dame Dash to come up and, do yet another interview and still stick with his antics, I mean, it kind of proves, in my opinion, that he hasn't really changed much. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. But from what I've seen of him in the past, he still kind of acts the same way. And he still, has some of the same antics. But from what I've seen towards the end of the interview, when he let his OG come up and speak, that kind of brought some balance and some structure to balance everything else out that transpired in the beginning and most of the interview. But from the perspective of the dynamic that the Breakfast Club has, I don't expect anything less. I mean, I've been watching these guys for I don't know how long. I've been watching them since like maybe 2015, going into 2016. So it's like going on 9-10 years now. Or going into 2026, it'll be like 10 years. Because I used to get up early to watch them from 5 to 10. But anyway, great interview. I mean, I don't really like Dame Dash's antics and how he carries himself because he has a lot of arrogance and a lot of ego. And he's like he's constantly just trying to prove himself to say, oh, no, he's looking for that validation. That's really what it is. He wants to be validated, but he feels some kind of way because people aren't validating him. But aside from that, it was a great interview, great reaction video. I had a good time watching this. And I might look into doing some more live reactions to some more Breakfast Club content. But overall, I don't have anything bad to say about Dame Dash as a person, as a businessman. I can't really knock him. But overall, like I said, great interview. It was a lot of explosive energy. I had fun watching it. Definitely had a good time. And but I got to give one more shout out to Dame Dash, his OG, his artists, and the Breakfast Club, man. And with that being said, that is pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video on the stream, go ahead and give this video a like. Share it with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, whenever you join the chat or watch any of my reaction videos, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.